Hi, my name is Drew Farion, and today we have a special podcast. This just isn't a eclectic conversation. I'd have to classify this as an eclectic cosmic conversation of intergalactic proportions with a gentleman that I met on Facebook, and his name is Jan William Willinghuff. I hope I got that right. Um, I was just reaching out to new friends that I found on Facebook. You never know where the universe is going to take you. You never know who you're going to run into. And lo and behold, the seed was planted, I guess, for a cosmic connection between two individuals, and that were willing to explore and find out what, there was some seeming interest, I think, on Jan's part to reach out, right? And what happened 2 nights ago was, quite frankly, as I said, intergalactic, something of stellar proportions. Conversation that between messaging and speaking to one another lasted 8 hours, right? And we started off very innocently at 9 p.m. my time, and we just started messaging one another back and forth. Kind of the common theme and interest was, our share and love for music. Jan was kind of incredible. He was sending me like videos of the band that he played with, and he was giving me commentary, and I started listening to his songs on YouTube, and I was going like, holy smokes, like this really reminds me of a lot of the music that I love, rhythm and blues, bluegrass, southern rock. So there was instant conductivity, if you will, right? And, so we just kept cartooning one another back and forth, messaging. And the more I conversed with him, the more videos he sent. And things, it's kind of like, imagine the conversation like getting on a roller coaster, right? So you get on the roller coaster, you got all these, of course your emotions are all super high and all this fun stuff. But once that roller coaster leaves out, right, like the first thing that happens is you start going up a hill, right? And that's what we were doing. We're going up this hill and we're climbing and climbing. The conversation is escalating and escalating. And we get to a certain point in the climb, and lo and behold, Jan winds up sending me like pictures and videos of a gentleman by the name Leo Lyons, right? And then he puts down, Leo Lyons, who was the bass player for 10 years after, and I'm like, what? And then he sends me like this video, of course, 10 years after at Woodstock, which is one of my top 5 favorite songs, Going Home, that was played at that festival. And I'm getting to the point where I think I need like plastic all around me because I'm about to spontaneously explode. So I just cartoon him. I think I'm gonna like I'll take I'll take your Leo Lyons, and I'll race it by knowing this guy R.L. Burnside that I've recorded that I thought was an obscure kind of like really blues funky artist that no one had ever found. And so I send it. Do you ever know R.L. Burnside? And I send him a copy of a track, and he comes back and he goes, "Yeah, sure, I know R.L. Burnside. I jammed with him." And of course, I painted a picture of R.L. Burnside, which I shared with him. And then finally, I said, "Listen, I'm taking the gloves off. enough is enough. Like, this to me was like mental masturbation, right? I said, I'm going after this, and I just freaking picked the phone up like you can do in Facebook Messenger, and I called him, right? I don't think he saw that coming, right? And he said, "Listen, I'm just having a coffee, but I would love to talk to you." Right? So after he finished his coffee, he called me back, right? And, you know, lo and behold, unbeknownst to either one of us, we were entering into what you'd have to call natural, phenomenal, once in a lifetime. I'm talking Halley's Comet, once in a lifetime conversation, right? The reason why I say once in a lifetime, the reason why I say Halley's Comet is because, quite frankly, most people on this planet would never, ever, ever have that kind of conversation, right? This was a friend of mine classified like me one time being an X-File person, right? And, to, I guess, qualify as being X-File, right? These are some of the, I don't know, I guess, things you've had to have done in your life to kind of qualify you for being kind of X-File, to kind of help mold your thinking and reshape it, right? And, that's what made this conversation with Jan so special, because there was instant karma in the conversation. I mean, because, to be X-File, you've got to be an adventurer, right? You got to be an explorer. You have to have been a pirate. You have to have been an innovator. You had to have been a world traveler, right? You've had to synthesize a ton of knowledge and come up with, your own philosophies on life, and kind of form a higher intellect, if you will, right? I think you have to have similar, you have to have these high life experiences to be able to connect, to share that common bond, right? And the reason why it is once in a lifetime is, just simply a lot of people just have never done these kinds of things with their life. Therefore, they don't possess the mental acuity to have a conversation at a very high level. And that's why, when you talk to people, you normally get to 10 questions. How old are you? Where do you work? All this kind of BS that I never relate to. People trying to find a comfort level in what they're doing, and how, so that, they feel good about themselves, or they don't feel insecure during the conversation. Well, for X-File people, we just don't give a fuck about that shit. You just get into it, and you do it, and you throw down, right? I mean, so I want you to put yourself in, I want you to imagine, like, if you saw Nirvana on MTV, right? This is kind of like my musical analogy, if you will, and because both Jan and I love music, I think maybe you can attune to this, right? But I mean, this was a Nirvana MTV conversation, absolutely unplugged. I'm talking raw, emotional, direct, no masks, no dancing, right? No jumping around or other subjects. This was like root canal, okay? It was like I said, it was raw. And what was so interesting was, Jan knows a lot of people, right? And, me being in the stock promotion business for many years of my life, I know when people drop name bombs, over, I know when people drop name bombs that are over Nagasaki and Hiroshima by the U.S. Air Force, right, to try to impress people, right? That wasn't Yan. I know the difference. I mean, yeah, he was telling stories. We were conversing, right? And it wasn't that he was trying to measure his dick against my dick. No, on the contrary, we're just feeling one another out, right? And we're both comfortable in our skin. And you know what? With all the pictures and videos that Jan sent to support, I mean, he had the right. He earned the right to tell his stories. And with everything I sent him, I earned the right to tell my stories. And that's why I say instant karma and total respect, right? And so, we we were having this conversation. The roller coaster keeps getting, keeps going up, and one of the things we're exploring that Jan was interested in is this Silver Surfer Euro tour, right? That we plan to come to Europe under the auspices of trying to do a film documentary in partnership with Make-A-Wish Foundation, making wishes come true, documenting music festivals and spontaneous events and people in Europe, and I'm drilling down and I'm, going through this. And, again, it was kind of dynamic, right? Like, so, if you put yourself into Jan's shoes, like he's moderately interested. The conversation's lasting 5 hours. For me, I went till 5 o'clock in the morning on this one, right? So we keep going. We talk a little bit about the Silver Surfer. Then the next thing you know, we take a break. We swap some more stories. Then the next thing you know, we're back to the Silver Surfer, and Jan's going, well, I'm interested, but I'm a bit hesitant, right? But if I do get my head wrapped around this, I could be all in. Roller coaster keeps going up and up and up. And then at one point, about 4:30 in the morning, I tell one story about my daughter that has Down syndrome and how she taught me the real lessons of life of empathy. And I think when I shared that with Jan, he just, he'd already shared with me when we rocked with, we were partnered with Make-A-Wish Foundation. I mean, he went, stop, stop, stop. Like, that's, stop, right? I got to send you a video right now. And he sent me a video of, these 10 people that he wrote a song with, right? And that their partner, or I don't even know if themselves, they'd lost someone special to cancer. So there were all these building blocks coming together, and then this, and he shared that with me and was going, Drew, if the Silver Surfer has this higher tour, our higher cause of making, Wish Foundation dreams come true for kids with critical illnesses, to bring joy and the last moment of hope into their life. He goes, fuck me, man, sign me up, man. They like, you guys are on it. Drew, something about you stimulates me. You're interesting. You're thoughtful. Like, he said a lot of nice things. I found it kind of ironic because I felt as though I should be the person saying those things about him because I couldn't believe this guy was taking his time to talk to, the Drew Meister here. But we had a blast. 5 hours of total cartoon. If it wasn't for the fact it was 5 o'clock in the morning, you know what? We'd probably we'd be doing a freaking marathon, right? And at one point when I told him this story of my daughter with Down syndrome, I think he just finally went, you know what? It's it. It's over. I am in. I'm in up to my neck on the Silver Surfer Tour. Mi casa e su casa. I am going to help you on your GoFundMe campaign. I'll help you here. I'll help you there. We got lots of areas to explore. It was only the first 5-hour conversation. We're going to see where that goes. I shared with him, and I don't know if this is the right word. I've met real life angels in my life. Jan goes, I'm not an angel. I don't know how let's call him X-File. X-File, not angel. X-File. Let me tell you, there's not a lot of X-File people out there on the planet. I just met another one, right? And, you have to get out there and go out there to meet them. And you know what, Jan, if, I just want to thank you. Like, I don't know, this is Cosmic Stars Aligned, brother. Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for taking the time to get to know me. I really look forward to where the future goes with us and the people I'm going to bring to your life, the people you're going to bring to my life. I think there is a higher cause to all this, right? Like I said, there's a reason why our promo video is Starship Enterprise, because we want to boldly go where no man's gone before, right? It's an exploration. This is an adventure, right? Again, pioneering, pirateering, right? There's a whole new generation of my team below me that, on another higher level that, there's a legacy that I plan to leave with my team of Dipto, Mometh, Grigori, and whoever else knows what's going to happen in the wake. But I can tell you this, there's nothing but big fun that we see ahead of us, and helping out kids, less fortunate kids. And you know what, with all this stuff that's happened with COVID, if we're not giving it back to the world, man, this is the total right time to give it back to the world. So that's what we're planning to do with the Silver Surfer Tour. Thank you for allowing me into your home. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And this is Drew Farion on behalf of the other team members that are helping me do this podcast, Grigori, Mometh, and Dipto. We're saying goodbye to you from all parts of Canada and look forward to working with you on our Silver Surfer Euro Tour. And with Jan, big shout out. Like I said, kiss, hug, all that crazy stuff. This is at the 20-minute mark. We're saying goodbye.